What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back today with another Dokkan Battle video. Now, I really want to kind of use this moment to kind of speculate, do a little bit of, I guess, guesstimation as to what is coming, because I've been scouring the Dokkan Global, or Dokkan JP, thank you, Twitter, and they really haven't posted any spoilers yet. So we know Beast Gohan, and we know that the Gammas are coming. We know that. There's no question. Now, this actually right here may be a slight hint, but all they're really showing us are the background colors of the cards. So I don't want to put too much faith into what I see here. What I really want to do is go through the games and kind of surmise what's going to be happening. And I think with the Gammas, that's fairly easy. So let's start off with the Gammas, all right? So in the game currently, we have several different Gamma units. Now, I'm going to pull up my game here. And at least on Global, I don't think there's any extras on JP, but at least on Global, we have the Strength and the AGL Dokkan Fests, of course. And then we've got the Physical and the Tech units that are just general drop units. Now, that really only does leave Int available for another unit. And we do know that these units are going to kind of work together. Now, the reality is, if it's not Int, that's not the end of the world. It's not like they're not going to link up. These units are going to link with the old Gammas, no questions asked. And it wouldn't be the first time that they've overlapped typings rather than going on to the next typing. Though, especially in the case of like Gamma 1, Int does actually make a good amount of sense for this unit. So I really I'm going to bank on this being Int. Now, some people have said maybe Tech, maybe even Extreme Tech, and I want to remind you guys that they're not villains. These guys, every unit we have right now, at least on Global, once again, I don't think JP has an extra one that we don't have. Every unit that we have on Global is a superclass. So I don't foresee any specific reason why they would make these guys extreme. They're not extreme in the movie. They're maybe misguided, but they definitely are always kind of going out there as superheroes, kind of get, under that guise. So I don't think we could sit there and say, oh, they're going to be Extreme Tech because Extreme Tech needs some help. No, actually, there's no need for an extreme unit on these banners. These guys can be Super Int, and they would be fantastic. I think Super Int makes the most sense here. Now, if they are going to overlap, probably then maybe Physical, but I really don't think so. Some people have surmised that it's going to be AGL because of the blue background, or Strength because of the blast there, but I really don't think they're going to do that. Now, on the older ones, yes, they have a blue background and a red background, and they are Strength and AGL respectively. I just don't see that, and it kind of makes sense because built up with the music there. Because Gamma 1, he has the red cape, Gamma 2 has the blue cape. Their initial typings made sense, but I really think these guys are going to be Int. Now, as for what they're going to do, you already know these guys are going to have just an insane amount of defense. Like, their defense is going to be off the chain. If they don't have guard rate, they're definitely going to have infinitely stacking defense. They may even have infinitely stacking attack just because it's the two of them together. So I kind of feel like SA-wise, that's kind of what they're going to go with. Now, undoubtedly, 99%, these guys are going to have some kind of a skill, active, passive, whatever it's an active skill, standby skill, whatever it's going to be, that's going to allow both of them to attack simultaneously. There's no question. That is going to be a thing. There will be some kind of skill that allows these guys to kind of do something really special as a joint unit. Plus, you guys know they're going to be on joint forces. So, just an absolutely fantastic unit, and I think they're honestly going to be one of the best units in the game, if not the best units in the game when they drop. So, all the hype in the world. But that kind of brings us then to Beast Gohan. Now, I feel a bit weird because it's 10:30 at night. I'm recording this, and I kind of do know that within the next 2 hours, there's a high likelihood that they'll drop all this information. This will all be null and void. But I still want to get this out there. I want to talk about it, especially because a lot of times I have these thoughts in my brain, and when they're right, I want to be like, hey, what do you know? I'm not a dummy. But nevertheless, we're going to have some fun with this. So, Beast Gohan. There's not a lot to go on here. Now, I've heard the theory that he could be Int because the old Super Saiyan 2 is Int. But I don't think I'm going to buy into that. I really honestly think that the other unit's going to be int. Now the other Gohan that we have is physical, and Piccolo actually is tech. So it's not going to be either one of those, I don't think. Honestly, we have physical and AGL in the first round, right? And we've kind of surmised that we have int on the other round. So there's really only 2 typings left, and I don't think they're going to overlap typings. So being that it's not going to be AGL or physical or int, we really do have tech, which Piccolo already is, or tech. I don't think it's going to be tech just because tech doesn't make a lot of sense. So we have physical is off the table. I really feel like int's off the table. Man, tech really is the only one left, isn't it? So we have physical is off the table, AGL is off the table. I'm taking int off the table. They could be strength. They could be strength. I think that's the easy way out, but I don't see any other way. I mean, we already have Beast Gohan that's physical. We already have Piccolo that's tech. I think tech is kind of redundant here. And I do feel like the other unit is going to be the int unit of the 2. Could be wrong in that, but I think that, that is a wiser assumption. Also, if you really think about it, with the other unit, it is, since they did go AGL and strengths, I guess, consecutively, and now that I really kind of think about it, blue and red do make purple, so it does make just an insane amount of sense for the other one. I think that's, the more I really think about it, I think the other one is going to be in. So I'm going to go strength on these guys. I think strength makes a lot of sense. Now, as far as what they're going to do, hot take, I don't want these guys to be insane guard machines. Because, really, if you think about it in the movie, what do? The whole thing was this one giant Makako Senpo that took out Cell Max. So I really kind of want to see everything building up to that. I kind of want to see a standby skill where these guys have to maybe take a few hits. Maybe at that point they're given like guard, but like it's kind of like the Vegeta unit where it's no attacking, just defending, and you have to build up ki and then release this crazy Makako Senpo. That's a combination between him and Piccolo. So that kind of would be the mechanic I'd look for there. Now, as far as the other mechanics go, I think one turn stacking would make sense, but I want to see these guys be able to do, 3, 4, maybe even 5 attacks per turn. But I think one turn stacking of their attack and defense is more than enough for them. I don't really think they need to go beyond that, because I really feel like the amount of damage they're going to do is going to be so insanely game-breaking that anything beyond that just is too crazy. So, yeah, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to say one turn stacking for the SA. It'll probably just be Gohan doing his SA, or maybe Gohan and Piccolo doing separate attacks. But I think this art right here is definitely for the standby or active skill or whatever it's going to be. And I'm even going to go out on a limb and say standby. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I think that's kind of where I'm going with this. I'm winging it a little bit, but I think these are the types of things that just make the most sense. Let me know your theories in the comments section down below, and who knows, when this this information comes out here in the next probably 2 hours, I'll be either right or wrong. We'll find out. It's 50-50. It's going to go one way or the other. Like, comment, share, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.